Reddit short sci-fi stories. Today I learned it started as a joke. Posted by user Nonviolent Blackbolt. When the first mission to Mars was in the planning stages, someone made a practical joke. In those days, NASA was full of intelligent, dedicated people, some of whom were practical jokers. So the cargo manifest for the first mission contained a package of potatoes marked M. Watney, emergency supplies, a reference to an early 21st century movie The Martian, where a sack of potatoes played a vital role in the survival of an astronaut. The joke was thought funny because all the people in the first Mars mission had watched and been inspired, at one time or another, by the great three movies about early space exploration, Apollo 13, The Martian, and Satellite. If you like history, old technology, or steampunk, they are still worth a watch and you can get them off any film studies site. Now, while it was funny to include a sack of potatoes and ship it to Mars, nobody would think it funny to ship them back. Have you tried getting a DHL quote for shipping from Mars lately? It's still no joke, so the potatoes were scheduled to be eaten. But because they were classified as emergency supplies, they were scheduled for the last meal on Mars. And why not? They are caloric, hypoallergenic, and unlikely to upset anybody's digestion. Which makes them perfect for a last meal when you'll spend a time being too busy to eat, and unable to afford the time to coddle an upset tummy. Apparently, 21st century astronauts were superstitious, because from then on, every flight to Mars had a small sack of potatoes on it, and they always ate them on the last day. And when the Percival dropped off the Planitia colony, the last meal the colonists shared with the crew was, you guessed it, potatoes. As time passed, every time people said goodbye to each other on Mars, they served a potato dish, because it just felt right. They served them on other occasions, too, just like you can eat cranberry sauce when it's not Thanksgiving. But the usage entered their slang, so saying someone got a potato dinner meant that person was fired or otherwise gone, and corporate downsizers often got called potato cannons. The Martian Apprentice show even trademarked the phrase, here's your potato. Therefore the small sack of potatoes enclosed with the independent Mars Declaration was not, as some suggested, a means of showing that Mars can provide all the food it needs, nor was it an obscene suggestion as the politician I shall not name accused. They were simply the Martian way of saying, it's been nice, but now it's time to part. So long, and thanks for all the fish.